Hello. What's up? Oh, yeah. Just make sure we're running correctly. Come on, man, I'm fine. Switch. There it is. Make sure it's on. Let's do these. Click on this. Click on this. Switch these two around, actually. Go to space. Switch to this. You know. I just have to switch this and start. Starters. Oh, ooh, okay. I start my stream if you want to join, please. That's up to you. It is time to continue to start.
Let's continue our chat here. Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Nahida?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
Ouch.
I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet, but this trusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly. No way, that's too risky.
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
I suppose.
Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Setaria?
Setaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia? We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilou.
They've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Setaria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the Academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the Sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the Academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the Sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore.
Yeah, that's my brother's dog. I'm not sure
We
what
must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Setaria will take a day off from the Academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots, and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
Ouch. Ow.
This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about Setaria?
No, I already have enough information on Setaria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Talking style and key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fates?
Oh my
The
lord.
divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears.
Damn,
If thou be blessed today by the gods,
kid, bro.
I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune reading for him?
Of course, of course. In that case...
No.
It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, You have somehow offended the gods.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the Lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those
Damn.
count?
Hmm?
Gee, those
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
butterflies.
Love prospects? No problem at all.
Ouch.
The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be? Harut, Marut,
Let's
did
go.
you just
I'm gonna get a
spoil my
harem.
divination?
That's what it's about.
I've never read a fortune so absurd.
Pull strats, dog. Pull strats. Stupid, bro.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune-telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
Oh.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
Stupid. Ow.
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
Yep, it belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Samari City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret, and I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough Mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
Interesting. Okay. Hey, Clue.
This should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia, so she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Samari's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure. But you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Yes, that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
Bro, your stream is hype because I'm here.
Huh?
Your stream is hype because I got the dance, bro.
Oh my god. I hate you, dog.
So, was
I
that
have to play it
everything?
super loud. Dog.
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be
I was
enough
gonna
for
say, bro, I was
Sataria.
about to pull a tutorial and have to be
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida,
I ain't
you
trying to
still
get no
haven't told
copyright
us how
strike
you're
from some
planning to
Indian
make
thing.
Sataria face her problems.
Sataria is already used
Hey,
to
bro,
avoiding her
my
problems,
target is working
so we
straight.
must
Yeah,
find a way to
literally,
break through
dog.
her usual
Literally.
sensibilities. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites
Literally.
in Port
That's
Ormos
literally what
are all
happened.
making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense,
They try to like,
the faith
they
of her
like think I'm
homeland
making a
may
lot of
turn
money,
out to
so
be
I try to
Sataria's
scam
soft
me out of
spot.
like 5,000. This is something
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
stupid.
You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert,
That's
all she's
stupid.
done
Rich.
So, how do we set that up?
Spooky month.
Well, the Scarlet King is long
I hate
gone,
when people
and
skip spooky
Sataria is
month,
also
bro.
too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply
dog.
engaged her under the
I take
guise
the
of the
spooky
Scarlet
dookie twice
King's
a day, bro. I know.
believers, she would definitely be
Straight
weary
up,
of
dog.
us, and we may not get
You
anywhere.
take a spooky dookie.
But if
Spooky-
we were to
spooky
borrow
movie,
some of
dog.
her close acquaintances
Yeah,
to
I'll
talk
take
with
spooky.
her,
In October, it takes
her
spooky.
reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King. And then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure.
And if you keep whining, I'm
She'll
gonna turn
never
you,
guess that we had anything to do with it.
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that
The
you won't
dog
slip up and break
sausage.
form. Possessing them will only work if you
No.
can manage to pass off as them.
Just
Exactly.
kidding, oh,
So, best
Your
of luck with
girlfriend comes home and
impersonating
you're
them.
just cooking food. Where's the dog?
Huh? Best of luck?
No, they're out for a walk.
I don't know how to possess anyone.
That's no problem at
That's
all.
horrible.
I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
Huh. That is
The reason
pretty
they call it survival
convenient.
of the fittest
But why
is
does he have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
Although I've been observing
my
humans
dog's
for a
nice and
while,
fat.
I've never been good at imitating them.
What are you looking at, bro?
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone.
Oh, wait,
But seeing how things are now, I probably should
no,
just
Rita.
accept it and push on.
Yeah, don't beat yourself
Mindy,
up
go
over
on.
it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, oops, not a fallen apple, right? It's not this one. Right? Yeah, it's fallen. Tomorrow. There we go. The clock has a ding. Ouch. Pretty lady.
Oh, here she comes. Satori's here. Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
I'm starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
I don't know. Let's see.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again?
Oh, I forgot. Oh no. There's the second option?
That's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
Oh no, I forgot all the details for every person I'm supposed to remember.
Oh
Oh no.
For you today, you must have come for another echo of the divine
One thing I was
voice
supposed
of
to remember.
wisdom.
I forgot them all.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth. The gods are asking, Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Sataria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And, if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all.
Welcome to Real Purple.
The Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King?
We're eating spaghetti here
he would make
and
such a
talking
demand
about
of me.
video games. We're playing Genshin.
Wait a
We
second.
know that you
The
told
Scarlet King passed away a long time ago. Even though news of the Scarlet King's
coming.
resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the Academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
You're stupid, bro.
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer.
But straight up, no, I agree with
Do
him.
you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city.
On my channel?
I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Bodie Bo. I don't know what you want, my friend. I ain't got that for you, buddy. I'm sorry, doggo. There ain't no one here but you, me, and wherever your
She
cat
just
friend
ran
is
off in a
hiding.
hurry. She looked pretty upset too.
Well done. Sataria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her,
Oh, so
that
yes,
must have
Domino.
shaken her to the core.
Yes, Domino.
I'm far
Aw,
right now, bro.
Nihita, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
All I know are some abstract Harabatop theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Sataria.
Sataria.
He's at Akeem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
Okay, so the next one. This guy, yeah, the guy.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet King? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa, Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
Ow. Fine.
Come on!
Yeah.
Sataria's already started...
Fine. I don't remember any of the details from this question though.
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
The basement.
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well!
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Oh, that's a card.
In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia, and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects?
Please, please stop!
That's the nice part right there, boy.
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards! What should we do?
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Zetaria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Zetaria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Zetaria, why haven't you gone home?
This gonna go crazy. He go crazy. Postal? So you going postal? No postal? I don't know, maybe you should go postal.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of the Scarlet King. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King? Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
How much do you know about the Sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zeru's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
To fight against the Academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see... let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The Academia entrance? Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings? That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the God of Wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side! The Traveler's execution was ingenious. He's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch. Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of Wisdom and Guardian of the Scholars? No. The truth is the true Guardian of Scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
No. 100% trap. I think it's 20. I actually don't remember. Find out in a second. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Cleve, why is it that you use TikTok? Why is that? I want to know right now. You must know me.
Catherine, we're here! Oh, you are the other Catherine, right? That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind. Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity. Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the Academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world. Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard. Off? What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you? No, I think he's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though. Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace. I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned. Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
No, this is suspect. Okay, I'm gonna get 100%. This is 100% a trap. Oh, hold on. Alright, phone call.
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here.
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
Fucking Fatui, bro. Always the Fatui, dog. It's always the Fatui.
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first.
If
Is
flying
Nahida going to be
run.
okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the Academia came back recently. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor. Yeah, now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the Academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis? Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right? You mean... Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia Forest? That has to be the same project. Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
On the map it was. I guess it's just outside the city. it's because of this pandemic that I started this one quest. It started contamination. And I can't pause anything. I'm gonna do the first part of this quest. Maybe it'll unlock once I do it. Damn it. Ooh, I didn't want to do this side quest yet. Just gonna make
This is where you've been, Tainari? That's...
Shh. Keep your voice down.
Tainari, everything's spinning. Am I going to die?
Oh my lord.
Tell Mom that I should have listened to her, and tell Suna that I'm sorry for breaking her toy. I didn't tell her because I was scared that she wouldn't play with me anymore. Tainari, I heard that people turn into birds after they die. Is that
Why do you
true?
like TikTok?
I feel like I'm getting
I want to know right now.
What happened?
I said I want to know right. Why do you like TikTok? I want to know right now. Right now.
Okay, enough nonsense.
So why do you like TikTok? I want to know right now.
You just have a small fever. Take your medication and rest. You'll be bouncing
Tell me
off
right
the
now.
walls in no time.
Really? Then can you keep the
Are
thing
you
about the toy a
with the
secret
Chinese
for now?
government?
No can do. You're
Damn,
a big
bro, you
kid
must be-
now. Once you've recovered, go and apologize. Keeping secrets to yourself won't solve anything.
You must be so high that you don't even know what you're saying.
Hey,
Yeah.
let me ask you something. I
Exactly.
recall that you're usually pretty
I
healthy.
knew.
How did you get this sick all of a sudden?
I don't know either. Mom's been telling me not. It's different from before. I got lost and went around in a huge circle. After I got out, I started
Sure,
feeling
keep house
dizzy.
spaghetti. We'll go to sleep
Could
then.
it be?
So that's how this whole mess happened.
We're gonna go to
Anyway,
sleep.
go rest. No running around until I say so, got it? Traveler, Paimon, let's step...
You don't need to deal with it.
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is my son?
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here for a while. I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest, but I only said that to comfort him. His symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more akin to a disruption in his psyche. Antipyretics won't be of much use.
What do we do, Mr. Forest Watcher?
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass can help soothe the mind. A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water. They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidya forest's climate, so I don't have any on hand. I'll ask the caravans. Go find Kale, have her prepare medicinal tools and a set of traveling gear for me.
All right. Thank you.
Contaminated region, huh? Is that why you two are also here?
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, they're completely different. The only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidya forest, so I can't turn a blind eye.
We feel the same way.
All right. Let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass. We can also ask about the contaminated region. There's no time to waste. We have to move quickly. Let's go.
Come on. There we go. Now I can do the main quest again. Once I talk to that fool. Forgot I started that side quest, so I couldn't do it until I talked to him. Now I can keep doing the main.
Useless.
Doggo. 2 doggos.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you, all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
The Outcast? An outcast from the Academia? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
Oh, come on, bro. Really? This should be too easy.
Traveler?
Too easy, boys. Why should be too easy? Come on.
Whirling snow! Embrace the ice!
This is too easy. Really fight these fools for daily commissions. Oh, he's dead. Oh,
Disappear!
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
Small boy just muscular men out. Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. You only talk.
Let's light it up!
Just because Yao is small boy, don't mean he can't fight. He's literally a Jedi dog. He's like half of a god. Easy, see, look at that. Easy fight.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? Yeah, looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush.
Did he
predict that we would try to find Kainari? Going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going.
I'll be back.
Two. Yeah, let's start.
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here?
Chloe, it's nice to see you again. Are you doing all right?
To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Oh, Chloe.
Chloe.
Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
Oh, Master Tainari? He just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Pardes Di.
He left? But isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation.
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry this time, though. No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule. To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tainari originally studied in the Immorta Darshan of the Academia, and Pardis Di is something like the Immorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Pardis Di.
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just decided to work on all of a sudden. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Pardis Di.
Pardis Di.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please send him my regards.
Got it. Will do. See you later,
Pardis Di. Okay, that's way. Okay. Fast travel point 2. Works out for me.
Wait! Look who it is!
It's Catherine.
Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey! This was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment!
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up and I was facing the Doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
Really?
But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point.
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people alright?
Dimensional being.
When you left,
I don't know
I
what
was still in
Paimon
the
is at
middle
this
of
point,
restoring
so
everyone's minds.
all I know
When
is
the
that
Doctor
Paimon flies
mentioned
around.
depositing information
She gets
into
really
the
tired,
subconscious,
like
he
she's
didn't
running,
mean
even though she's
engraving
only
information
floating,
into their minds.
and she eats a lot of food.
He did something closer to creating hallucinations.
I don't know.
That
It would
was
make
still
sense, yes,
within
she
my
could be a
power
fourth
to
dimensional.
fix. Luckily, I managed
That's the
to
only thing I can
finish my
think of at this point.
restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to
I don't
capture
know
me.
how she does it either.
What a relief. The Doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us.
I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the Doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha. Ugh, it feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the Doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui.
We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Pardis Di? Have you been waiting for us?
Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads?
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find?
Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
We're gonna get him into trouble. That is the plan. For me. I want to get him in trouble.
Traveler?
Hello, lady.
It is you!
Oh, hey, it's Hypatia.
Ah, the voice! It's Hypatia!
Ah, what a pleasant surprise!
It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the, what's it called? Satyavada life?
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Paripurna life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it! Congratulations!
She's lying.
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last. When my consciousness made contact with the gods. What a supreme and unparalleled experience that was.
Okay, she's too excited. That was a little too excited, if you ask me. I'm just saying that was. I don't know why she had to look up into the sky and hold it. That was kind of weird. Just kind of weird. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. But
actually, please wait.
hey, everyone's
I haven't forgotten my promise to you.
Kind of weird though.
Remember? I promised to help you understand what you
That's
saw from
weird.
Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can do that?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneal with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay.
Sus.
Ready?
Sus. Sus, baka.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded.
No.
The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laughed in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
He's scurry. He's very scurry.
What was that? him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god!
Oh no.
Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion!
Not again.
Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart.
She's in love with
Great
that
and
fool, bro.
merciful
Oh
God,
no.
please
She's
grant me
weird.
forgiveness and salvation.
Do you
No.
understand now? I'm afraid this is no periportal
She's
life,
weird,
but
bro.
rather...
You... Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
This ain't right. Something ain't right here.
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
Yes. Yeah. What?
Wait, something isn't right.
Yeah. Oh no. No. Now we're being attacked, bro. It was a trap, dog. It's always a trap. Run for your life. Hey, you know. No, Catherine! Save her. They're not gonna actually kill Catherine, right? Oh. No way. They actually just killed Catherine, dog. No, they did not. They killed Catherine and Nahida? How's that work? Oh no. Oh no. No. Fatui, bro. It's always the Fatui, dog. It's always the Fatui, dog. No.
Okay, we finally lost him.
Wait, we're with Tainara? What's going on, bro? What happened?
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed.
Damn, so Catherine did get killed?
Over.
That's messed up,
He
dog.
helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran
I
with
mean, I
us
guess
all the
she's
way
just a
here.
puppet, but still, that's messed up.
What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Pretty much too tall.
Paimon knows the
We
moon
pretty much
illusions and
just got
lies are
bodied,
from the
dog.
alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's
Specifically
festival.
Catherine and
Didn't
Nahida. They
Nahida use a
definitely got
starlight
bodied.
analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria.
Goddamn Fatui, bro. Kirsty Fatui.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body? What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because
to be honest, too tall. She probably is, dog. I wouldn't be surprised if whenever Genshin actually finally comes to a conclusion,
but since her symptoms
I
were
wouldn't be
rather
surprised if Paimon's been a villain the whole time, dog.
And began searching for a way to return
Or
her
if
to
not
her
a villain,
normal self.
then like
If I didn't take
working
action,
for like the big
Hypatia
villain.
would have already been taken by the Matra to the
I wouldn't be
desert,
surprised.
doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it,
Cause she like
I knew the Academia
has a
has
very
never
strong
thought
resemblance
particularly highly of
to
Lesser Lord
the
Kusanali,
god that like takes
but
your
I still
sister
didn't
in the
expect
very
them to do
beginning of the
something as
game.
arrogant as
The only
creating a new
difference is now
god.
she's smaller.
Looks like I made the right decision by not
So yeah, I
accepting your
wouldn't be
invitation.
surprised.
The Doctor and the Ballad.
Bodhi, stop it.
We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time. From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tainari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
Thanks, Tainari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
Oh yeah. Did she go farther now? It's that big pyramid thing in the way back. Mr. Xiao. Here I go. Hello, don't mind me. I am not the one you were looking for. These are not the travelers you are looking for.
We finally made it to Caravan Rebot. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Quite interesting.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Alright, let's go, my boy.
Over here.
I don't know how he knew we were here, but I'll tell you.
Oh, hey, went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What are you doing here, Mr. Alfheim?
What the... Where did he go? How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they
blind.
waiting for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the Academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
Yeah.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer.
Why, thank you.
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Maybe.
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the Academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right?
What's up, Russia?
No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any
It's the most broken game that's unplayable yet.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else.
Cleef left. She said we'll be back in a bit. I think
would you
we'll
like to head there together?
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
I didn't eat too much food. I drank too much water, which gave me a stomachache really badly.
Ooh.
Because I was at this Mexican restaurant in town. I got some ham and cheese empanadas, sangria, and 3 tacos. Tacos.
That's what's up.
And then they gave you a big thing of chips and salsa. And so I ate all the food, and then had 1 water with my drink, and then I drank a whole bottle full of water, like the big glass bottles, you know, that they have at restaurants?
Yeah.
That they like refill your shit with. I drank a whole one of those, which was about either 2.5 or 3.5 glasses. And so coming out, I just had the worst stomachache. So I was trying to like
another test
the whole way home my way. Luckily it's good now, but God.
Seacall said, I must be Russian Cripple Boy. From streaming right now. Well, he can hear you, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, who's not in the party though?
He's watching the stream. From streaming. That's how he knows I'm streaming.
Why did you join?
Oh.
What are you playing?
Why would anyone want...
Forget it. It's not my concern.
Myself. The very Genshin of the Genshin.
Oh god, there's so much water. I'm getting fat. God damn it. Not really, but like, I feel like...
You could try not getting fat.
I know. Oh, I went to the skate park today, because yesterday was raining, and this past week has been cold as fuck.
Why would anyone want...
But luckily today, it was like 70 something, so I took advantage of it.
I wish it was raining.
Yeah, it was such a 360 degree change. Now I get to play ass in Creed. Too tall, you musty boy, join us. I don't know if you can still hear us.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is
that's
really
stretch.
something else.
Oh,
What a
man.
cool place.
Time
Let's
to
go check
do
it out.
ancient Egypt stuff.
Pretty much, yeah. That's lit. You're gonna be doing ancient Egypt stuff, and I'm in the desert, pretty much ancient Egypt right now too.
Alright.
We're both pretty much playing the same game, right? That's just I just have waifus in life. Why is this man attacking? It's an anime fight, bro. It's an anime fight. What is happening? God damn. Damn. Why is this boy just attacking?
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamacho's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment?
Okay, I've got
So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the mantra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more
guards
like
or
your
people
own
that
personal
cops
touch.
or anything like that. You do like the littlest thing and they just immediately start attacking you and try to kill you.
Pretty much, that's what just happened.
Yes.
Yeah. They can
General
just be like,
Mahamacho
sir, back
Sino.
off.
We like
all the Matra at the
we literally
Academia.
showed up to this place
He's
in
a
the desert,
formidable hunter,
and this
and the
fool
ultimate
just started
nightmare for
attacking.
any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I'm alive.
See, I did it.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
I hear waifu sounds.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait,
Cat Egyptian lady. Let's go.
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust!
Okay, that wasn't what I wanted.
You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
You got no respect for your waifus. That's why I took them all. Oh, man.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Oh no.
Whoa. What's going on? The wind's so strong.
The wind.
Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
Good grandma, something.
What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover.
Another Egyptian waifu. Let's go!
Oh, this wind is too strong. Let's get over there.
The time has finally
That sounded
come.
like Candace. Come on, you two.
And her name is
Jeez,
Candace.
are
See
all
what
of you
that means?
Academia folks such
Candace
hard work?
did-
Move it!
Alright, stop yelling.
They knew what they were doing when they named this character that, bro. Come on.
You know somebody that developed it or whatever. It was like, bro, this job sucks. Ah, let's make it easier.
Candace. God. I feel bad for anyone that's actually named Candace, though. There's like maybe 2 people I can think of that I do know named that.
Hey, Candace, what? Can you fit these nuts?
Yeah, literally, dog. Literally. Literally.
Sardines with 3 people who want to tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
What's another bad name that's not like obviously?
You're so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself.
Candace.
I am Candace, protector of Aru
She has
Village.
2 different colored eyes. One blue, one I think that's yellow.
Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right.
Ooh.
Now that we're all better
I don't like where
acquainted,
this is going.
we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to
No,
protect my fellow villagers from harm,
she's so nice.
I was
like
observing
an
your
old,
conflict from
she's
afar,
so nice, like an
even
older
before the
sister.
sandstorm started.
I don't like where this is
And
going.
now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility
Seen
to make
too many,
absolutely sure that you pose
videos,
no threat
yeah,
whatsoever
see
to
that.
us.
I'm saying.
So please,
Like
have an honest and sincere
I had some
conversation
last
with one
night before I
another
went to bed.
and put your hostile feelings to
I'm
rest.
probably gonna have some once I
If
get done
anyone
streaming
dares to
here in a
start
bit.
anything again while they are under this
Time is
roof,
actually. That's a
I
little
will
longer.
not hesitate to send them out for some
I'll
quality
take a
time
little
with the creatures of the sandstorm.
It's only been.
On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's
I can't even
character.
find the treasure.
A couple hours.
I want to know where the gold's at.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right,
Miss
we got it,
Dia.
Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
Damn.
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Alhaitham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold,
I killed a bunch of
they are
crocodiles.
meaningless to the Academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance to take action against
So I
me.
didn't find that treasure.
This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation.
Bodhi, stop!
There's no need
Damn
for
that
someone else
dog.
to give me
Why
power
ever since
or
I had it?
authority.
Fuck.
Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems
Bro,
to
my
have the
brother's
same goal
dog
as
is
us.
so annoying.
We're all investigating the sages.
You should eat him.
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot
Biggest
less
flex
scary.
of the day.
Well,
Eating
Sino,
your brother's
if
dog.
that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
I don't know what his problem is, man.
When I was investigating
I'm
the
so used
matter
to
in
my
the
dog, where my
Academia,
dog's so
I
relaxed
overheard a
and chill, so
conversation
just lay
between
down,
Alhaitham and a
so
sage.
relaxed. And my
The
sister's
sages
dogs do the
asked
same
you
thing
to
unless they're
investigate a
messing with
blonde-haired
each other.
traveler. Do you dispute
And
this,
fool's
Alhaitham?
just... What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes.
Trying
I
to
was
save a
indeed tasked
civilian
with
by
investigating the
killing a
traveler.
crocodile accidentally, the guard got too close to me.
After
and
all,
now he's, like, attacking
the
me.
promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ainul Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the divine knowledge capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out.
What are you doing?
My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to our village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Shit. Ow, okay. I gotta sell some.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right?
Cool.
Candace still isn't
Now
back
I
yet,
can
though.
upgrade my shit.
Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Oh, I need 5 of those. Are you kidding me?
The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
Potatoes.
Still whining though, and not someone's calling me.
There, crocodile.
Oh, I guess I'll call it since I'm here. I don't want to read. I'm just gonna skip all this. Almost so tired. Yes. Okay, come on. And this is just a side quest. Come on, so let me get it so I can do it later. Ah. Oh my god, how long is this? Yes, come on. Trade it.
Right.
Side thing.
Leopard lair. Into the leopard lair. Oh shit. Okay.
I do not this Great. I agree.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Here comes
I wonder what's the weirdest thing I could do.
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Sakura swirl! Take flight! Useless! Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Worthless!
You know who I find best? People that like to go running for fun.
The creature stopped appearing.
Straight up.
Was that the last
And I mean straight for fun, not like health
No.
What we
benefits.
fought just now was
I know
probably
what
the
you mean,
aftermath
though.
of the sandstorm.
Well fought, everyone.
I know what you
No
mean.
injuries,
I know a
I
couple
hope.
people that do that.
Oh no.
They're the skinniest people I've ever met.
Ah,
Yeah, because
my
they burn everything
apologies.
with cardio.
I haven't had a chance to
Well,
greet you
literally.
yet. I had my hands
And when I
full
mean
taking
skinny,
care
like,
of the
I mean, it
village's
looks like it's
elderly and
unhealthy
children.
skinny.
Like Angelina Jolie.
Like,
I am
they
the
don't eat
chief
enough
of
food and
Aru
all they do is
Village.
run.
Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Sir, I am also originally
I
from
can't
the
have
desert,
enough food because then I
but
can't
I have not
run.
been
I'll be
back
like,
for some time now.
Go get a burger.
May I ask if
Really?
such sandstorms are
Go
common?
get a burger.
I
Go
can't
get a
say
burger
they've
and then
always
run.
been common, but
So then you
recently
have
the
a reason.
storms have
Never
become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Ooh, our Achilles piece.
Another effect of
Wait.
Irminsul's withering.
Have fun.
So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity, after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The Academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert.
You're gonna go on a...
Though if you ask me,
nice little walk.
It's all a boatload of nonsense.
Alas,
that's
exactly what we've been trying to investigate.
Yeah, absolutely.
One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I can't play with my
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you.
Did I ever say
regardless of my position or identity?
Oh, you're the former general.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia?
They forever,
Poor scholars. First they lose their sanity,
they
now
forever were
this!
stuck in the
We
bag.
need to help get
That's
them
my
back
ending.
home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
So, when we do make
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
I will see you later. Musty boy, spaghetti.
Straight up. Ooh. Bye-bye now. Man, it's here. Oh. To everyone that came and joined, thank you, I appreciate it. I should be streaming again tomorrow, too. But for now, I'm gonna end it. I'll see you guys all again tomorrow. Boy.